That's Tchaikovsky. That's not Tchaikovsky. That part. That's definitely not Tchaikovsky. Fascinating. Yes! I love him so much. Cool voice, again connected, but much more breath flowing.
You don't want a mic stand just hanging around.
They keep me where the light is.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Johan Bester here, your vocal coach from Johannesburg, South Africa. Welcome to an analysis of a video and a song by REN, of whom we are huge fans here, called Money Game Part 3. Now, this really got my interest because this video won 3 awards at the 2024 London Music Video Awards. Best Video, Best Director, and Best Concept. And I wasn't surprised when I saw that post because I just know that REN is so creative. If you're a fan, obviously you know this very well. Always very interesting concepts and even visuals. Normally fairly simple, but very interesting, very thought-provoking. And always concepts that, I can't say always because I haven't watched everything, but everything I've seen, concepts, visual concepts, video concepts that make the song better. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I've done an analysis of his song Hi REN. It's also on this channel, as well as his duet with Chinchilla, Chalk Outline, I think it's called. Yeah, so check that out as well. And let me know what you think of how I saw that. Hi REN was the first time I saw anything of his because a friend suggested it and I was like, whoa, this is so different. Anyway, so very interesting concept again, grabs my attention straight away. I thought he was sitting at the piano. I just watched the first minute of this earlier today and I decided I'll do a blind reaction. I won't watch the whole thing. I've not heard the whole song at all. So, but it was interesting. It was like he was at the piano, but then he came and tapped the pianist on the shoulder, and he's on the. Oh no, what? No, wait, I can't remember. I think maybe he was at the piano, and then somebody else is coming to play. Anyway, very interesting. Always grabs your attention very, very quickly. So let's continue. Oh yeah, he's the one who did sit at the piano at first. His music videos are like films, aren't they? Like little short films. A minor.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
So difficult to find a spot to pause in these stories that are REN songs. Yeah, I love it. I've said this in other analysis of his as well, of his work. It is really skillfully done. I know, if you're a fan of any singer, any performer, or rapper, or whatever, you connected to them. You love how they tell their stories, and you're not interested in the technicalities. But me, I'm a music educator. I work with voices, so I love analyzing a little bit as well. So just bear with me. It's very skillfully done how you can hear every word he says. And this looks to me, just like with high REN, that was all done right there. It looks like a lav mic there on his lapel, on his collar, I should say. It sounds like it's recorded right there, and I see the cabling to the piano. So I think the piano is mic'd, and he's got his localized sound, here for his voice. And he does it so well. So it's live, basically. And I can hear every word he says. I can follow the story of his song the first time I hear it. That is excellent. That really is excellent. If this is Money Game Part 3, then I'm sure there's a Part 1 and Part 2, or Money Game and then Money Game Part 2 or something. I'm definitely going to check it out. I'm definitely going to go and check it out. I can't speak. I don't know.
Why can't I speak today?
Because I'm sure it's a big picture story, that he's telling, because he's always telling stories so masterfully in such a unique way. Interesting piano as well. Interesting piano accompaniment. It's almost like theater. It's almost like cabaret in a sense. The functionality of the piano in this piece of music. So I love it. And I'm beginning to understand why he won the awards for the music video, because it seemed like just an empty room with just a piano and a mirror, and then there's the boy, and then there's the next actor and the next actor and the next setup and scene. so cleverly planned, because when the camera turns, they must move something into place, or the next people, will come in, the next characters in the story. So they must have planned and rehearsed this super, super well. So I'm really enjoying it.
"35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
All the sounds that are so crisp and live. There was no one there, and now they are there.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
Every sound.
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Wow. So that is so interesting because obviously, cut the music, he shouted. By the way, loved the string quartet. The change of mood that it brings, the change of texture that it brings to the music. But cut the music, and then he stands up and he almost just speaks, but he's still performing. It's like acting, but he's still sort of rapping. Not rapping, but still very intentional with the rhythm of the words and choice of words, obviously. And it's so gripping. Like I had a moment there where I forgot that I was filming for you because I'm so engrossed in the story. And I think it's very admirable, and I'm sure that's why you're a fan of his. I think it's very admirable that he says what he wants to say. He says it like he sees it. He talks about the world. He talks about big concepts all the time. The whole thing is big concepts. If we put kids in school and teach them to be sheep, you know, I'm sorry, but I align my way of thinking with that. I think mainstream schooling systems in most places in the world that I've seen anyway doesn't provoke creativity, ingenuity, individualism in a positive way in kids, because all 30 or 20 or 40 in South Africa sometimes in a classroom have to be taught the same concepts in the same 30 minutes by the same one person. Just, for me as an educator, that just doesn't work. Anyway, he says it like he sees it, and it's very, very powerful. His goal, obviously, is to connect with people, and he does that. So let's see what's next. No, it rains on him. Oh my gosh.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Sure. Wowzers. Yeah. It is not something you can watch once, hey. It really is like a little short film with so much to take in visually as well as lyrically. I mean, in this song, if you want to call it a song, in this piece of art, there's no singing. It's all talking. But so interesting, so thought-provoking, so attention-grabbing. I think it's obviously going to watch it again so that I can pick up even more of the small things. But I just love the concept of the video. It looked like, I'm not a videographer or cinematographer, but it looked like one shot, one take. And that's why I think one of the reasons why it won these awards, because the concept is brilliant and the one takes are very difficult to achieve. And again, they must have rehearsed it so well, everybody involved. The changing emotions, don't you just feel that every time there's a new scene straight away? And it was so cool how he spun the globe on the desk when the phone rang, and when he picked up the phone, the globe stopped. I don't know if they planned it, probably not. It was just a really cool, I noticed it, just a really cool moment. So anyway, great piece of art, loved it, gonna watch it again. If you have anything, any other information about REN or this video, this song, please let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. I appreciate you spending the time with me, and I would appreciate it greatly if you hit the subscribe button, because over 90% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and it hurts my heart a little bit, so thank you.
My heart is hurting.
And until next time, always remember that your voice matters.